Hello everyone, we are from a third CSE-B and today we are with a group discussion topic is globalization is really killing the Indian culture or it's destroying the Indian culture or the Indian culture is widely spreading throughout the world. What do you all say about the topic?
Yes.
Go.
As you said, Lanka, there are some advantages and disadvantages due to globalization on our Indian culture. In Indian culture, there is one tradition like child marriages. Um, Due to globalization, there is an abolition of child marriages. This is a good thing happened due to globalization. What you say, Koti?
Yes, I do really agree with that because of that globalization, the tasks that have been came across the generations, that is child marriages, that have been abolished. And as part of globalization, I would like to mention some disadvantages, as you mentioned, an advantage. Um, so coming to the Indian cultures, because we have lost many Indian cultures and they are invaded because of globalization. Because as part of namesake of cultural exchange, we have exchanged our cultures, but at the same time we lost ours too.
Okay. As Koti said, that disadvantage of global warming is in some rural areas are also there are so many disadvantages in of globalization due to globalization because there are some electricity problems. They are facing so much disadvantages by that. What do you say?
Actually, I feel that due to globalization, we have affected 90% of our country has lost the tradition of ourself. And really, I am very sad to say that in the previous days, girls are used to wear saris, and now we are moving to Western culture. And men are used to wear dhotis, etc. And we are moving to torn jeans. This is not a right globalization, I feel. Mm. Uh, when we go to globalization, we should not change ourselves. We have to update ourselves
In the
through
name of
our
updation, we are losing
Yeah,
our
we should
culture.
not
culture
even Indian
and our
culture.
character might be lost by wearing the different dresses. We will be every time whatever we think of, we always will be judged by our dresses only. If we wear somewhat in our tradition, we I think we get somewhat respect wearing the Western wear dresses.
Although we wear the Western dresses, we should not forget our Indian culture of wearing our saris or kurtas. The Western wear also, there are a lot of comments saying we should not wear a Western waist. We can, but there is an, but although we should not forget the Indian culture.
There is a huge impact on political education and nowadays our generation also don't know about basic traditions about our culture, Indian culture. They are habituating for Western culture.
And we also lost what I want to say is we lost our jobs actually. In the previous days, everyone are leaving agriculture, and those lands are going to real estate developments. And I think if we go to globalization more and more, I think we can't even find the food what we have to eat in our future also.
I think this can't be judged as a disadvantage because we know that agriculture is the main job opportunity of Indians, but we have to keep it in our mind that there is most of the land is in very small hands of Indian people. So that may lead to the lack of opportunities for job seekers. From my perspective, I think globalization is a kind of a very good opportunity that many of the job seekers will get jobs.
Job seekers will get jobs, but in the jobs also they should have to try the some of the updates on the agriculture also, so that we can have our food in a natural way, not using pesticides and other things.
I think globalization has just brought those updates, and those updates are these fertilizers and pesticides that we are using now. So, if we want to go back to the organization, that means the organic form of agricultural methods, I think it would be difficult because we have been came across the generations that changed the complete pattern of agricultural methods. So, Globalization is not the thing that changed our pattern. It's us, because no one can invade our culture. It's only the Indian can. So it's us who have spoiled our cultures, or maybe left aside our arts, and made changes to our arts, and forgot our arts. So it's completely us, and I think it's not correct for blaming globalization to make those things.
And another more important topic is when the globalization has done, we have went into the changing of the syllabus and education which we have in the past. In the previous days, we used to have the first language as a Hindi or else Telugu. But nowadays, we are having French, German, English, and other languages. I think some students should have a basic knowledge, and some of us also we can't write in properly in a Telugu.
Yes.
That's also the major drawback of the globalization, I think so.
Yes, I do agree with that.
We will be continuing with our teammates about our group discussion, and we request everyone to share their views on our discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before we start, I would like to tell two or three observations. One is, it was like a two-way discussion. The other two were not actively participating, only two were participating. And try to always present, the realistic facts when you are, taking part in a group discussion. Do some research for 1 or 2 minutes and then come. So that whatever you're speaking, it's not your opinion, but it is also a fact. Okay, you have to present it that way. And coming to your language, most of you are using B2 form with have or has. Okay, it is not has went, it is has gone. Okay, when you are using have or has, the B3 form should come. That is one thing. And second thing is subject verb agreement. When you are using a singular subject, what is the verb that goes? What is the singular verb? Do you say the generation has or the generation have? It is has. Because generation, though there are many people, it is a collective noun. Generation, you are considering it as a singular noun. Okay? And it should take has, not have. So these are some simple mistakes. Okay, when you face the camera, I understand. Even you have the knowledge, sometimes it goes wrong. But try to cover it. Okay? Good.
So we are here to continue on the topic globalization is a threat. Okay. So basically, when we hear globalization, it's an when Indian culture is an art and music is known for basically art and music. So while we are here, so we basically listening the K-pop music or hip hop music rather than the traditional or the Indian culture music. What do you say? Indra?
Yes, we are forgetting our traditions music like tabla and veena, something like that. And the music, it is the oldest music in the world. And nowadays, people are interested for hip hops and many more musics. What do you say?
Yeah, Rupindra, what you have said is correct, but in my point of view is that it depends upon the view as how the people take the globalization and the pros and cons regarding the globalization is depends upon the mindset of how we take the globalization and how we see that the globalization is been expanding. It's important useful things, and I think that before going into saying that the pros and cons of globalization, it depends upon the mindset of the people. Yes, yes, you are. As you said, our mindset is very changed. Our civilization, it is very proud of us. As our civilization, it is very rare. Yes, it, I feel that in future generation it is very rare. I like there is no in our generation there is no civilization is increases. It is decreases in now in future generation there is no. I like it.
Nowadays, earlier, we used to live in a joint family where everyone used to have a lot of communication between them. But when it comes to after globalization, everyone wants to separate themselves, and even children want this private space to be there. Therefore, some lack of conversation or communication leads to some negative impacts also. What do you say?
Even if we stay in a joint family, if we get any problems, we can discuss with our elders and we can get the solution. Nowadays they are thinking that a nuclear family, due to, for example, for jobs, they were dividing from the family. If we get any problem, anyone will not help us. And if we stay in the joint family, our elders will help us, and they'll give a path for a
Career.
Yeah, Rupendra, because of the education purposes and jobs, for the job purposes, the joint families are dispersing into nuclear families. And I think that dispersing into a nuclear family is not a prone of globalization. And because of the necessity, they are going into that forms. And as I said, that it depends upon the mindset. For example, there are some restaurants who will not allow that by wearing the saris or our traditional Indian culture. In some of the YouTube videos, we have seen those. So I think that the globalization does not affect the Indian culture as much.
So when it comes to culture, the urban areas are therefore trying to protect the culture. And whenever we visit any urban places or rural places, sometimes we even find the different types of festivals in a monthly basis. So they basically celebrate different types of events and activities, which will tell us about more about our culture.
even foreign countries are also accepting the culture and they are celebrating our Indian festivals like Diwali and Dasara, many more
Recently, they have
festivals.
celebrated Bathama also.
Yes, I think globalization does not affect Indian culture, and even though they were accepting our culture and they are participating by their interests.
So our teammates will conclude.
Being group discussions are not new to us, right? No, I was studying. And all four of you are not maintaining eye contact with each other, but looking at me or either at the camera. See, when it is a discussion, you're discussing among yourselves. So your points are good, but try to connect with each other. In the sense, see the first group which has come there, they focused on one area of the land, agriculture, etc. And they were talking about jobs and all. You were talking about culture, festivals, and traditions. And they are talking about some other thing. Instead of just bifurcating like that, if all of you can bring all the points, then you have more content to present. Okay? And try not to use, don't give too many pauses in between. Instead, you can wait for a while. Take 2 or 3 seconds time. Just stop uttering any sound. Think and then come out with a sentence instead of just continuing that sound outside. Okay, that gives a better impact. Okay, you can carry my attention. Is everybody seeing what? Please
Yes, ma'am.
cross check. Try to look at each other. Then I'll biggest mention that. Form a semicircle. That will be always better for our group discussion. You come this side. Let's just the camera if needed. Yes?
Today we are here as part of group discussions. Our topic is globalization and influence of it in society. As parts of decade, globalization takes a rapid change in our culture. as IT sector, education, globalization are some of the factors that influence our globalization. Example, nowadays globalization includes like culture is not a law, it's a time of change. As part of our youth, being to change, adapt change in Western culture. It's not done wrong. It's some of its fact. Let us take some examples like increasing several conditions like education, quality education, equal rights between female and man, and then dignity of women in family, as well as an equal rights of being a man to take the decision in life and career. What do you say?
Yes, Yasmin, you said that it is true because today globalization impact like we can forget your culture, which means it not only forget that but it give any priorities about Western culture because wearing clothes and doing something we can more prefer to Western culture things. It is in a negative impact, but and we forget to communicate each other in our family also. Urban areas are more increase your culture. What about
Yes, yes. Globalization not only happened on Indian art, but the worldwide. Globalization, I could say, major play in film direction and so many others.
Globalization affects on Indian movies also. Here, releasing movies is releasing on foreign countries. It affects our film culture and our creativity. It presents all the movies. That's globalization affects our movies.
Yes, most of our traditions are going to an extent where even we don't know some of the festivals which were they celebrated in our childhood days and some food. Now we all are adapted to some junk foods and we all like to eat some pizzas, burgers. Rather, we don't choose like our family communicate with them. Communicate that there are some of the scenes which we don't even not only we even our future generations they will see in the movies. Then they think, oh, okay, before us they used to celebrate like this. They used to make the scenes are getting extinct right now. All are now adopting to Western
Not only
culture.
that, like Monica, globalization takes part in both positive and negativity also. As the positivity is also like a quality educations and dignity of women as well as Western culture takes first most of the youth. They are going to adopt some modern changes, Western culture in their lives. This maybe leads to some positive side and also negative side.
yes, Monica, you said it. But children are more like to prefer to phone things like in priorities given to children. Our traditional music like tabala or etc. The great singer Subbalakshmi Raya is she singing preferably and it gives a lot of relaxation also, Monica. But children are more prefer to hip hop music. We forget our traditional culture, Yamini. So in my opinion, globalization is thinking about in our life, but it is its priority also important. It takes place like that.
Yes, it is true, but in some generations they don't know about the Indian music like the tabla and everything. That's true. But globalization plays a in education. It's mentioned as education is that the teacher comes and they set the lessons to the students and ask the doubts. In some ancient days, so many teachers are in the online education, etc.
Globalization leads to industrialists have
sectors.
IT sectors have more profit where the labor cheap labor costs are there. They relocate the companies in that host countries. So one countries forget our culture and lose their jobs. It's difficult to their own country people.
From this debate, we can conclude that their globalization influence society is that some advantages and negativity and then positivity also. Thank you.